Good evening, and how's everyone doing? I'm looking at Eunisell Interlinked. Will I say FY25? Yeah, I can say that because there are about 3 months to go to this company's financial year. So, Eunisell is a company that is in the power engineering space. They make cables, metallic products, engineering equipment, mostly cables. That's the description I saw online. Unicel runs an odd financial year. Most companies tend to run from January to December, but their financial year will be ending in a few months. So I tried to estimate that look, where should this stock be trading at? I had checked the numbers. I think it's down about 13% or so this year. Is it appropriately valued in my view? And it's I had to do some splicing, if I recall correctly, as we call it in statistics. So you have 9-month 25 numbers, Q1 numbers. You can try and play around and say, what do I think this stock will do for 12 months, which is what I've tried to do. In actual fact, I suspect that those numbers will be a bit higher. So 9-month 2025 profit after tax 319 million, Q3 numbers 51 million. Add up the numbers together, or add up the earnings per share, which is a shorter way to do it, and that gives me estimates for FY 2025. That's ending in about, I think, 3 months from now or so, or if memory serves me correct. I would check uh, the financial year end once I'm done with the video. So full year 2025 earnings per share of 1 naira and 56 kobo. Stock is trading at about 12 naira and 95 kobo. That gives me a price to earnings ratio of about 8.2 times. So why is it a hold? Why do I view this stock a hold? It's simple. It's trading above the average PE ratio of the stock exchange. I don't think, in my view, right now, this is a company that's been through a rough patch and is back to profit. So I don't see what would justify a higher number. Now, it's profitable, which is the first step. But when I look at the numbers, I think the margins, and we'll probably go through those numbers together. The margins are pretty thin. That reminds me, I probably should do a video on QTix sometime soon. So, anyways, in my view, this stock is a hold because it's trading slightly a bit higher. Now, the deciding factor will be what's it going to do at the end of its financial year. If it's able to push its full year earnings to what, maybe a 1.7, 8, 2 naira, at that point, it then looks interesting. So I like the fact that this company is profitable. I just don't like where it's trading at the moment. Unfortunately, the stock isn't liquid. So chances of seeing a decline in this stock are quite low because it barely trades. I mean, today I don't think it traded up to 50,000 shares. So, in my view, this stock is a hold. Now, let's do, and a hold simply means not buy or sell. As always, usual disclaimers are there. This is not investment advice. And the reason why it's not investment advice is I cannot say with all certainty your final picture. I don't know you. I don't know your age. I don't know your risk appetite and all those things. So, anyways, I said I was going to walk you through those numbers. So let's see if we can fish out Unicell. Um, this is the NGX website. It has lots of information that you should go through. So we'll go to Unicell. Anyone else that has information I need? Investing.com. Come back to that. So as you can see here, the trading volumes, like I said, are tiny. 45, 58, 68, barely trading. It does not have large trading volume, so maybe it just doesn't make sense, at least at this price. So just generally, I'm not a fan of stocks that are not liquid because to get in is not the problem. How do you get out? So if it's barely trading, what, less than 100,000 shares, and you end up buying 200,000 shares, the day you want to sell, you're going to struggle to sell. Maybe it might take you 4 or 5 days. So I was said I was going to look at the margins, and so let's use the 9 month numbers to go through the profit margins. Um, this is 9 months ended March, so April, May, June is Q4. So by July, maybe August, we should have full year numbers. But let's look at the margins. 3 months for January, March 2025, 332 million in revenue, profit of 51.9. So, okay, margins aren't that bad. That's what 10% of 332 million is 33.3. 5% is what? 16 point something. So that's like a 15-ish% profit margin. Not bad. Let's look at the profit margin for 9 months. 1.3 billion in revenue and a profit of 319 million. So, okay, profit margins for the year or the 9 months are better. Very likely cost went up. So you can see operating expenses are higher year on year, cost of sales higher and all that, finance costs higher. But the margins aren't bad. 1.3 billion in revenue, 319 million in profits. 10% of 1.3 billion is 130 million. 130 multiplied by 3 is 390. So this is profit margins of almost 30%. So for every 100 naira in revenue, 30 naira was profit. So the numbers aren't bad from a profit margin perspective. The stock is not just liquid and it has run a bit. Hope you found this useful and see you in the next video.